Hello, my name is Ailsa and welcome to another booktube video. I've been ill and had busy weekends, so it's been a couple of weeks since I last uploaded, but this is going to be my February reading goals. We're already 10 days in as I film this, so that's a little bit gone considering February's the shortest month, but I'm still hoping to get a good amount read this month. The first book that was in my February reading goals was a review book that I had called The Night Lies Bleeding by MD Lachlan, and I've actually decided I'm giving up on that one. It just wasn't working for me. It was about a werewolf in World War II London, and I loved the sound of that, and his plotline was actually quite interesting in a way, although a bit different than I expected it to go. Other plot lines were just not doing it for me, and I was just finding it a bit of a struggle to read through. So I'm done with that one. That does take a bit of pressure off my reading goals though, because the next review books on my list are published a bit later than that, so that's good. So the books that I am currently reading, I'll start with those. I have mentioned before, I am one of those people who always has multiple books on the go at once for various reasons. I'm a big mood reader is the main one, and I like to read before bed, and I like to read usually not something that's going to be too intense right before bed that makes me stay up past my bedtime reading, but also not something that's super... I want something interesting but not too creepy or anything like that before bedtime. And also when I'm commuting, I don't want to be taking a heavy book back and forth with me. Anyway, one of the books I've got on the go at the moment is Doing It by Hannah Witton. Now, Hannah is a YouTuber. I don't actually follow her, but I've seen her pop up on in collaboration videos with some of the other booktube people that I follow. I think Hannah's account isn't actually a booktube one, I don't think. She is a sex positive vlogger. I think she talks about that a lot in her channel. I know of her as being one of the members of Banging Book Club, which is a book club about books relating to sex. This is a guide to lots of different things relating to sex and relationships and our bodies. At the moment it's interesting. Some of it I'm finding more interesting than other bits, but I feel like it would be a good guide for maybe someone a bit younger than me who is still discovering a lot of these things and learning about sex and relationships and STIs and different kinds of contraception and why one might work for you or not and things like that. For me, a lot of these lessons are things I already know, so it's an interesting book and it's a fun book to read, but it's not new information for me. It is also quite a quick book. There's lots of gaps and stuff in there. The text is quite narrow on the page. There's lots of these funky doodle illustrations, so it's quite a quick read and I'm expecting I'll finish that soon. Another book that I am currently reading is A Conspiracy of Alchemists. Now, I've mentioned that I'm trying not to buy books at the moment. I'm trying to be really strict with myself on which books I request for a review, because I've got a lot of exciting books on my shelves that I've wanted to read for a while, and this is one of those. It's signed by the author and dated Worldcon 2014, so that's how long I've had this on my shelf. I did start this book in the past. I think I had a NetGalley review arc that then expired, and then I've started reading the physical copy probably around the time that I bought it. I've just not got much further than the first couple of chapters because I've been distracted by new shiny things probably. But this time I'm really getting into it. I'm really pleased to be reading it, and I'm really enjoying it. It is a steampunk novel set in the very early 1900s. Queen Victoria has died within the last 5 years or so, I think they said. The other book that I am reading at the moment is one I'm literally on the first couple of pages, but I expect I'll finish it within the next couple of days, and that is Make Me Want by Katee Robert. That is a book published by Mills and Boon. It is a contemporary romance, and I think it's in their new line that's meant to be particularly sexy. Anyway, it sounded like a fun book, and of the couple of pages I've read so far, it's off to a good start, but I've not really read enough to say much about it yet. That one comes out at the end of the month, so yes, that one is one that I'll be reviewing very soon. Now I'm hoping that I expect that between these things, they'll keep me going for maybe another week or so. So other books that I've got kind of on my radar for this month are a couple of March releases. So another one from my shelf is Because We Are Bad by Lily Bailey. This is a book about Lily's, it's non-fiction about Lily living with having obsessive compulsive disorder. I read Mad Girl by Bryony Gordon in the autumn and really enjoyed it. I've said before, I have very mild OCD, so it is really interesting to read about other people with it, and it does make me quite thankful that mine is mild and I don't have anywhere near the level of things to deal with that these women do, so this one I am hoping to read soon. The hardback is already out, but the paperback is released on 15th of March. The other March release that I'd like to maybe get in towards the end of the month if I get the chance to, is Flying Tips for Flightless Birds by Kelly McCaughrain. I mentioned this in my January book haul. I received a copy of it at the Walker Books event that they had recently for bloggers, which was talking about books that they have coming up this spring. This book is about two people who work on the flying trapeze, two young people, possibly in Ireland, I think. And then one of them has an accident. It says, Kelly McCaughrain's debut novel explores themes of sexuality and identity with a light and funny touch. I think that'll be quite interesting. I've been having a bit of an up and down with young adult books recently, but I think the fact that this is set in a circus, set not in an American high school, which I'm really fed up of reading, not in high school generally, I think that'll make a difference, and hopefully I will enjoy this one. So those are my February reading goals. I would love to hear what you are reading at the moment. Let me know in the comments. I'm trying to find more small YouTubers to follow, so let me know if you do have a channel and I will check it out. I will talk to you very soon. Bye!